I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by, and all I... Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm going to do Goodbye to Love by the Carpenters, the original power ballad. This one was a request. It's a beautiful song. It's really fun to play. I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. I put a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the words. And speaking of the chords, I want to say that this is not a super easy beginner tutorial. There's a lot of fancy chords, 7 chords, 9 chords, minor 7, flat 5 chords, stuff like that. But I also want to say it's not as hard as you might think. If you look at the chord chart, you see all these intimidating, weird looking chord symbols. It's just because the chords are less common and it's a little complicated to name them and write them out. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're physically harder to play. So if you are motivated to learn this song because you love this song, I say go for it. The actual rhythms and executions are not that tough. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just get into it. Okay, let's start out with the verse. You see a lot of chord symbols here that say slash B flat. What comes after the slash is the bass note. That's going to be what the left hand does. So right off the bat, left hand part's really easy. We're just going to stay on a B flat for a while. And we're in 4/4 time, so 4 counts per measure. And whenever you see 2 chords in one measure, it just means 2 counts of each. So starting with the first measure, we've got a B flat sus2. That's a suspended chord going to a regular B flat chord. So we're doing that B flat in the left hand, and then we're doing F, C, and D. That's for the sus2 chord. And then we resolve it down to the regular B flat chord. So instead of the C, we do the B flat in the middle there. I'm going to do quarter note chords in the right hand, so just a hit on every count. So that means there's going to be 2 hits for the B sus2 and then 2 hits for the B flat. In this next measure, we've got the E flat over B flat. So still doing the B flat in the left hand, and the right hand's going to do G, B flat, and E flat. And then we've got a F over B flat. So just a regular F major chord in the right hand, F, A, C. Let's see what that sounds like so far. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live. You'll notice I put a little lowercase m after the E flat. I wanted to give an option to do an E flat minor chord. Here's why. The vocal melody goes, there are... It hits the note that would make the chord minor and then goes up to the major note. And it took me a minute to figure out whether that chord was major or minor. I'm pretty sure on the recording they're playing a major chord, but the minor vocal note really kind of colors it. So I wouldn't be surprised if some people always heard that as a minor chord, and if you're one of those people, maybe doing an F sharp for that E flat chord instead of the G will sound better. Nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of a matter of perception, but I'm going to stick with the E flat major chord. Next couple measures, we're just hanging out on chords we've already done with the exception of the B flat sus4. That's going to be a F, a B flat, and a E flat up here. So for these 2 measures, it's live or die, time and time again, the chance for... This song's a little high for my voice. I'm just going to go for it. This next measure is a doozy. It's the one where it's the chance of love has passed me by, and all I... So we've got a D7 sus4 for the bass note. I'm going to go down to a D in the left hand, and in the right hand I'm going to do that. We've got a D, a G, an A, and a C. Chance of love has... Then gonna resolve the suspended 4 down to the 3rd here just to be a regular D7. Then we're gonna go up to a G minor. So gonna do a G bass note here and G, B flat, D here in the right hand. Passed me by. Now the F in parentheses, that's just a little bass note walk down. So it's still the G minor chord, and we're walking down in the left hand on the way to this E minor 7 flat 5 chord. The E minor 7 flat 5 chord is just the same thing as this G minor chord, but with an E on the bottom. So I'm gonna probably go, love has passed me by and all I... you could also just keep holding that G minor in the right hand and then just move the bass note, because we don't really need to hear the E there. Anyway, the walk down happens on the 8th note, the and between 3 and 4 in that measure in terms of the rhythm. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Love has passed me by and all I... Next line's a bit easier. We're just going back and forth between a B flat chord and that E flat chord, the same way we did it before, but we're using F as a bass note here. Know of love is how to live without it. So now we've got a D7 over F sharp. We've already done the D7. It's the D, F sharp, A, and C. Now instead of doing the D bass note, which we were doing before, we're just doing an F sharp instead. I just can't seem to... It really has this kind of leading in sound to this G minor. But find it. So once again, we're going between a G minor and stepping down to F and the E minor 7 flat 5. We're almost done with this verse here. The one thing about this is the rhythm is slightly different than the last time we went G minor down to the E minor 7 flat 5. Last time we had 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time we've got 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So we're on G minor for an extra beat. 1, 2, the F steps down on the and after 2, and 3, 4. So 2 beats that time for the E minor 7 flat 5. And we've basically already learned the chorus, because the 2 chords going back and forth in the chorus already were happening in the middle of the verse. It's just B flat over F, so the same way we're doing that, and an E flat over F, the same way we're doing that. The only difference is I'm probably going to add in an octave here in the left hand. Totally optional. If you can stretch it, it might just make the chorus sound a little bit more full. So I made my mind up, I must live my life alone. I'm going to do a run through of the whole first verse and the chorus now. You might notice me doing a little extra rhythm in the left hand, like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, that kind of thing. You can throw that in. If you want a slow step-by-step approach to coordinating that rhythm, I made a video on it all there, because it's a very common accompaniment rhythm. Once you get the hang of it, you can put it on a ton of different songs. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by, and all I know of love is how to live without it. I just can't seem to find it. So I made my mind up, I must live my life alone. And though it's not the easy way, I guess I've always known I'd say goodbye to love. So then we are in another verse, and it's just like the first verse with different words, and then we're in another chorus, and it's just like the first chorus with different words. Now that chorus goes into what I call bridge 1. It's sort of just the end of that second chorus, but it doesn't happen on the other choruses, so I called it a bridge. Anyway, doesn't really matter what we're calling it. It sounds like this. From this day love is forgotten, I'll go on the best I can. So we've got a D minor 7, gonna do a D in the left hand, and then the right hand, just all white keys, skipping up from D. D, F, A, and C. Day love is for... Here's the G7. This is a really common jazz change here, the way I'm inverting this right hand for the G7, but really we're keeping our fingers on the D and the F, and we're taking these top 2 notes and just kind of collapsing them down to a G and a B while the left hand goes up to the G root here. So looks like this. 2 counts of each. And then we've got this C minor 7. So that's going to be C's, and then E flat, G, and B flat, just for 1 count. And then we're just going to take the 5th and flat it, well, down to an F sharp. And then we're going to go up to an F bass note here. We're going to do an F sus4, which is going to be F, B flat, and C. Then an F sus2, which instead of the B flat, we're going to do a G. And then we're just going to resolve it to a regular F for the final 2 counts of that measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice that middle measure is 2/4 time. So the timing gets a little bit weird here. It doesn't even out with measures of 4/4 time. So we're calling that 2/4 time. This is how the counting would work for this whole line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are in the guitar solo section, which is just another verse, exactly as we've been doing it. Now, if you have a friend to do the guitar solo, that is cool. I'm just going to play through it. There's so much going on with the chords that I don't think it's going to be boring without it. I'm just going to play through that section like an instrumental. After that guitar solo, we've got another chorus just like the other ones, but with different words, and then what I called bridge 2. That's going to be the, there may come a time when I will see that I've been wrong, but for now this is my song, and it's goodbye to love. So the chords here for G, that's super easy, just G, B, D. There may come a... Now F over G, we're going to do an inversion of F this time instead of down there. We're taking the F up here. So we're still doing G. All of these chords here have G as the bass note for the next line or two. And we're going to do A, C, F there. Time when I will... Now, for the E minor, all we do is step this shape down to G, B, E. Same thing for the D minor here. We're just going to step that right hand shape down again while we're still doing the left hand G. So that's going to be F, A, D. And then, but for now, this is my song. We just go right back to those 2 chords again. I'm probably going to do octaves in the left hand throughout this section. Single bass notes would work as well. Now we have this moment where it returns to goodbye to love, but it's in a new key. It's in the key of C here instead of B flat like it was before. So for that C sus2, it's going to be a G, a D, and an E here. I'm going to just keep doing octaves here, C octaves. So C sus2, resolve it down to a regular C, so just C instead of the D there. Bye love. Now down to G sus4, which is G, C, D for 2 counts, and then you just resolve that down to the regular G major, all white keys. I'll say good. Now C9, bye to love. That is C in the left hand, G, B flat, D, and E. Bye to... Resolving that down to just a regular C7, so the 9 is gonna... The D is going to go to just a regular C like that. Goodbye to love. And then we've got another G sus4 to G. And then there's 2 more counts when there's like the drum fill that's like boom, ga, ga, da, da, into the outro. I'll probably just let the G ring out there for the extra 2 counts. And then we're in the outro, which is totally new stuff, but it's really fun. So this is the... Probably not going to do the background vocal ahs for my version, but feel free to. So I'm going to do octaves in the left hand for this whole thing. It starts on a C. We're going to do a G, C, E, that one that we've been doing already throughout. So we've got C2, now G over C. So thumb just stays where it is, but we got G, B, D, 2. Now we've got a C7 or a B flat. So the left hand's got to go down to B flat. We're still going to keep our thumb on that G, actually. And here is what that looks like. So it's actually kind of just like the C chord we were just doing, but with a B flat added to it. That's the 7th. C7 over B flat, then F over A. So left hand's got to go down to A, and we're doing that F inversion that we were doing before. So A, C, F. Now this part's really cool. That's the F minor 6 over A flat. So left hand's got to go down to A flat, and the right hand thumb's going to go down to A flat. But we're going to keep the rest of the hand kind of where it was. It's going to be A flat, C, D, and F for 2 counts. Now C over G. So that's going to be G in the left hand, right back to that C inversion we've been doing. G, C, E. 2 counts of that. Almost there. D9 over F sharp. So left hand's got to go down to F sharp. This thumb's going to go down to F sharp here. We're going to keep the rest of the hand where it is, more or less, with A, C, and E. And you can leave some notes out, like coming from here. If it's too much to do all 4 of these notes, you could just move the thumb down there and keep those 2 notes. I'm going to add that A in there, though. Then finally, we've just got G sus 4 G. So every chord in that line lasted for 2 counts, with the exception of the G sus 4 just lasting 1 count, and then the G lasting 1 count. I'm gonna play that all through one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it repeats around again, but the second line is a little bit different in how it ends. We've still got the C, the G over C, the C7 over B flat, and the F over A, and the F minor 6 over A flat, C. And then this part's just gonna be F only for 1 count. So F octaves here, same F we've been doing, A, C, F here, F, step to G, just 1 count of G. So G, B, D, and then back to C. And the C lasts for 2 counts before we loop it around again to the first one. So at the end of that second line, you do 2 counts of C, and then you end up staying on C for 4 counts because there's 2 counts at the beginning of the first line, and you just repeat back like that. So from the beginning of the second line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat back around 2, so you stay on that C, and then yeah, you keep doing that over and over again. On the recording, it fades. It just kind of fades out. So you can repeat it around as many times as you want. And then whenever you do want to end it, because it's hard to just do a fade out when it's you and piano, it's usually better to just have a decisive moment where the song is over. So I would just end it on the C at the end of one of those, the second lines. So you would do like, ba, da, da, and hold it out as long as you like, and the song is over. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm going to put it all together now in a complete cover so you can see how all those parts flow together. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll never miss any videos like this that I put out. Give the video a like. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helping more people see my videos. And let me know in the comments what songs you want to hear next. Like I said, this one was a request. All right, here's my version of Goodbye to Love. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by, and all I know of love is how to live without it. I just can't seem to find. So I've made my mind up.
I'll sing